the Earth is?
It's flat.
Oh, there you go. So he's a flat earther. Like I said.
No. Why?
No. Well, why doesn't matter? He is a flat earther.
Then we why?
Why?
Because planes are not going around upside down all around the Earth.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, can I please show my up and down diagram again, please? Can I show my up and down diagram again?
No. Well, no, there's no reason to repeat the information. But Votan, I got to know something. Are lizard people real? Are that no? Yes, no. I mean, that is a
no. Obviously,
no.
Not.
Oh, that one he doesn't accept.
How are they? Well, hold on now. How are they obviously not? Now, I've seen plenty of YouTube videos where they've zoomed in on like Donald Trump's eyes as well as other political figures and major figures. What makes that a not true thing, but yet like 9/11 is true?
What makes unicorns not true? We have video of unicorns flying
flying
around.
Unicorns than I do in the movie. I'll tell you that. I believe that unicorns exist more than I believe somebody that thinks in the terms that you do would exist. Like there has to be a unicorn now somewhere running around.
You know, we've got videos of the Earth, don't you? We've got pictures from space of the Earth being spherical.
Fake.
They're all fake.
I need like Xanax on a Pez dispenser.
I mean, I honestly can't. I can't understand how you can't.
I gotta get some weed or something after this. I'm gonna join Kyle's camp.
I can't see how you can't look at every picture of the Earth and not think it's fake.
I have a follow-up.
Because you're not an idiot.
Yes, Casey. We're gonna let Casey have the last word here.
Did you say there is video evidence of unicorns?
Sure. Turn on the movies. Turn on. Oh, there you go. Right there. You got a unicorn.
That is perfect. That is.
Hey. Unicorns.
Yeah.
I believe unicorns.
For the first time in 3 hours, I felt hope again.
Yeah, you see the movie Legend? They're in there.
For the first time in 3 hours, I feel hope again.
Gayest unicorn.
Legend, like the Will Smith, a post-apocalyptic movie?
No. The movie was.
You need to drink, Kyle.
You can't try to make a point with that on your head. So just.
I think I can.
Of everything that is that.
A point on his head. So I.
As unicorns exist right there. There's video proof.
So. Like, I never did. We ever get a final answer on what makes lizard people crazy, but 9/11 conspiracy?
I didn't get a final answer on anything, John. Nothing.
I think that I think there's probably more evidence for reptilians out there than there is flat Earth even. Maybe
well, I mean, Votan,
no.
Why do you think that reptilians aren't real, but yet 9/11 and flat Earth is? Like, what is the fundamental difference there between the two?
Because 9/11, they're falling at free fall speed, which violates every fucking law of physics.
Okay, hold on. No, well, that's not
the steel beams underneath. They're in perfect condition. You're telling me that a plane hitting at the top of the building,
not the difference.
Makes the whole building collapse. Building
talking
7 falls
lizard
for no
people.
reason.
You're talking building and structure.
The entire complex falls for no reason.
Okay.
Maybe it did. What does that have to do with your point, though? Like maybe it was an inside job.
Science being dogmatic and telling us lies, and that's exact example, the perfect example.
Science had nothing to do with. Let's say let me grant you that it was an inside job. Okay, let me grant you that. Okay, what would that have to do with science if it came out that it was proven that it was an inside job? Science would have nothing to do with a 9/11 inside job.
Well,
nothing.
The National Institute of Science has nothing to do with science.
Okay. No, hold on. But you still didn't.
Science is not an organization.
The fundamental difference between the two.
Lies. That's what I'm saying. They're giving you science. They're telling you planes are flying 500 miles an hour with science, and it's a lie. What are you talking about?
You don't know what science is.
So what science proves lizard people aren't real?
I don't need to disprove.
Are you disputing that planes fly at 500 miles an hour, Wotan?
Same reason you don't need to disprove unicorns.
500 miles an hour, Wotan. Are you disputing planes fly at that now?
At that altitude.
What?
Oh my God! Hold on, let's get this right. So hold on. So you're now disputing that aeroplanes don't go up to what 30,000 feet?
No. At that altitude,
what altitude? What's that altitude? Please tell me what that altitude is.
A few thousand feet. What is that? 1,500 feet, 1,200 feet.
Sorry, could you make it clear what you're claiming? Are you saying that aeroplanes can't fly more than 1,000 feet up? Is that it, or 2,000 feet?
No, at that speed, at that
What's
altitude.
that speed? Please stop saying that.
500 miles. Actually, I was a little bit fast. I think NIST said it was like 520 miles an hour they were flying. It's absolutely absurd.
You're talking about 9/11 again, or you just talking generally? I haven't quite worked out whether you're talking generally or about 9/11 again.
In general, a 747 cannot fly at that altitude at that speed. It's impossible.
What prevents it from flying that fast?
That altitude. Could you please put a sentence together that doesn't have the word "that" in it?
At the altitude that the World Trade Center is. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact feet up that it was. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Claiming that
it's over 1,000 feet. That's all I know.
So you're claiming that Boeing 737 cannot fly at a few thousand feet up at 500 miles an hour. Is that correct?
Hey, John.
I don't even think it was 2,000 feet. It was less.
Yeah.
You know that whole not believing in God thing?
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I need to be praying to something.
Well, a hat there, I think.
Votan, you still have not revealed the fundamental difference between lizard people conspiracy and 9/11 trutherism.
Why do I need to prove lizard people? Why do I need to prove unicorns? Why do I need to prove fairies? I understand what you're trying to be like facetious. You're trying to be condescending. I feel like
no.
I feel like you guys are trying to make a spectacle of me, and I'm not really.
Oh, my friend, you have done that all on
I'll be
your
the first to admit
own.
they're not a great analogy, but I do understand John's point. I mean, he's obviously making the point that makes one any less batshit than the other.
Where's your line?
I'm trying to figure out what the fundamental difference is.
It's the same reason why you don't believe it. Why don't you believe lizard people?
Well, because I mean, I don't believe lizard people because there's no evidence for it, but there's also no evidence for a flat Earth. There's no evidence to 9/11 trutherism. So, I mean, like, mine's consistent.
Even more evidence for 9/11 truth. 9/11 is just, if you believe 9/11, you're just absolutely the most deluded human being on the face of the earth.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can I ask were you around?
Do you listen to Alex Jones?
No, I don't. He's an idiot.
Okay.
So of all the people on the panel, we all believe that 9/11 happened as it was described to happen.
Closer, because you're global.
So Wotan, so the only deluded person in this panel is you.
Jones is an idiot tonight. I can live with that.
So I could get into the atmosphere, how it's impossible in a vacuum if you want.
Yeah, that's something I would like to discuss a bit further. But God, I mean, the trouble is, the explanation I gave to you about why the atmosphere is denser towards the surface of the Earth as opposed to up is the only explanation for that is gravity.
No, but it just the very formation of the atmosphere to begin with. You have a bare naked rock flying around in a vacuum. How can an atmosphere have a How can an atmosphere?
Had a moment in life, ladies and gentlemen, where you just wonder how you got to where you are.
bad choices in life.
So you deny the existence of gases. Hold on. Wotan, you deny the existence of gases, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. You don't believe they exist.
Wotan, stop speaking, please.
When did I ever say that?
For God's sake, stop
you said,
speaking.
where did this atmosphere come from?
You just won't quit, man. You just won't fucking quit.
It's worse.
These are basic elements, Wotan. And if you accept those basic elements, then they're going to go.
G-Man. I actually fucking miss G-Man.
When G-Man is not the dumbest.
No, God, don't say that, please.
Then obviously something.
No, you could have it.
Let's go down the list of everything that gravity does. Gravity makes planets round. Gravity makes galaxies. Gravity makes black holes. Gravity makes stars go around the galaxies. Galaxy makes planes go around the curve of the Earth. Galaxies makes water go up with the tides from the moon.
Wait,
galaxies? Gravity makes the moon go around the Earth. Gravity makes the planets go around the sun. Gravity makes the sun go around the galaxy. Gravity does everything, every little fucking thing in the universe, everything. So if you disprove gravity, your whole entire world, your whole entire universe is completely wrong.
Stand on some scales.
Your whole theory of gravity.
Drop a pencil.
I would like to point out real quick that I've had a bottle of vodka here for about a couple of months, and I just cracked it open and drank it today. So
that officially makes you.
We're all slightly losing the will to live.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Votan, do you understand why gravity is important to the whole atmosphere and vacuum problem that you seem to have?
God damn, y'all are masochistic.
Cannot.
I mean, y'all
Yeah, I think he does understand that because he keeps on
further.
He realizes it's important. He seems to have accepted that gravity is an important thing.
John, before you came in, I'd asked him, we all accept that mass and gravity are related. Obviously, if you have mass, you have gravity. They're intricately related to each other, right? Intrinsically so. So we asked him, well, what is producing gravity? There's a force, right? I'll defer to the Newtonian thing. So it's a force in Newtonian physics. What's producing that if not mass? Go ahead and tell us your answer on that, Wotan.
The
If
acceleration.
it's not mass, what produces gravity?
I don't know.
He was here electrostatics, maybe.
Yeah, that was
electromagnetics. I said maybe. Don't hold me to that. I said maybe. I just said those are theories that are out there.
No, there's no maybe there. That's complete fucking stupid.
Don't y'all think that him saying "I don't know" is a perfect place to end this shit? I'm just saying.
Right, just because I don't know doesn't mean that you know, and just because I don't know.
But I do know. Everybody's
done experiments, Wotan. We've done experiments.
We all know what
gravity is. You don't know because you won't educate yourself. You don't know because you won't perform experiments. If you will not do these things, everything you think is an assumption.
That's it. Look, I didn't want to do this, Wotan, but there's only one thing that we can do with you from this point on now, and that's we're going to have to bring Aaron Ra into this to ultimately splice out what you think. He's the only professional I think capable of.
It's funny because I used to use his videos to promote atheism back then, so it'd really be funny and kind of ironic for me to be on the opposite side.
Oh no, listen, my friend, you will not be saying funny when that whole thing.
I'd just like to say I've been quite restrained in all of this.
Well, I don't think I meet his debate.
Hang on. God damn it! I have to give Rumpus credit here. Rumpus has been more restrained than I've ever seen him in these types of discussions, and I want to give you full props. Especially, it's got to be 3:00 in the morning for you right now.
It is a bit late. Yes, I'm going to go.
So I mean,
I have a question. Why, Rumpus, you choose this to be your most restrained? This is the one to lose your shit over.
I asked him before he came in. At least don't go full Rumpus, but Rumpus, fuck it, do what the fuck you got to do.
I just slightly go a bit loud and a bit noisy and a bit more abusive. But I think you've got a misunderstanding of me, Steve. You must be remembering me from different debates or something, because I tend to call people idiots and things. Such as this guy.
You tend to get bogged down in myopic detail to the point of being so pedantic that everybody just kind of falls asleep.
Thanks, Steve. You're great.
But it's not wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, right?
I think we have to bear in mind as a conclusion, this guy basically is anti-science, is denial of all the hundreds of documents of academic literature, all those thousands of scientists experimenting with gravity, atmosphere, astrophysics, pictures of NASA, all these millions of people around the world who have to deal with GPS, geography teachers, all these people. He must think that half the people he encounters are in some sort of conspiracy against him and feeding him misinformation. The flat Earth thing for him is probably the least of his problems, as far as I can see.
That is the truest statement that has been made.
I don't believe that the scientists are in on the conspiracy. They've just been fooled.
So they just got the math all wrong. Fuck them. They're not in the conspiracy. They just can't do math.
Everyone, stop talking. You are not allowed to. You are not allowed to engage anymore. We have got to find a goddamn resting point for this.
Yeah. By the way, so people do want to talk about this more on an after show. I don't care if we do an after show.
What's wrong with you people?
Because people love this shit. Dude, these people are masochists as fuck. Let's be realistic, right?
Like the punishment.
You guys. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to? I don't really care. I don't know.
I will be drooling in like 45 minutes.
It hurts. I know it hurts after a while.
You need to go out for a run, Carl. Go out for a run or something. Do some exercise. Do some press-ups.
If I start running now, I will never come back. This will be the last time that I will be seen on camera.
I love after shows, don't get me wrong, but in this particular case, I don't know what the fuck the after show would be about.
I've got to go. I've got to go cook dinner, so I don't have time for.
Yep. He's a denier of science, basically.
Wotan, thanks a lot for trying. I don't know what the hell.
It was, I like to conclude, because you guys are probably just gonna kick me out. So I'll conclude with
you have Skype.
you have no experiment for water around the object. You have no experiment.
No, wait, no. That's not one you're gonna get away with. What did we kick you out of?
No, he said
Trust me, I want to kick you out. We kicked you out 2.5 hours ago.
I can't. This is Skype. How the fuck did I kick you out?
Not on Skype. Okay. Google Hangout, and he kicked me out. I forgot. I got mixed up. I forgot that it was a Skype, not a Google Hangout, because Steve McCrae did kick me out of a Google Hangout because I actually I was just about to ask Aaron Ra. It's funny because I was just about to ask Aaron Ra if he has an experiment, and then bang, I just got kicked out right there.
Hey.
Oh, that was the reason you got kicked out.
That was the exact moment that I got kicked out. I said, "Do you have an experiment?"
Complex. The stream is over. We've listened to your shit for 2.5 fucking hours.
Oh, you done it now? Wotan. I can't help you now.
Bullinator said he's going to do the after show on Discord. He'll stream to the Great Debate Community channel. If you guys have not subscribed to the Great Debate Community channel, go find it. It's out there. It's one of my channels, but it's not the Steve McCrae channel. But it's called the Great Debate Community channel. Bullinator He does a great job running it, and we'll be on Discord. But let's use the non-sequitur Discord, Bullinator. You guys, do we have the Discord in the video description?
Yeah, it's in there.
All right, so the Discord we're going to be using is the Non-Sequitur Show Discord.